When we think of spacesuits, we often envision astronauts in white, floating in the vastness of space, accompanied by their space shuttles. I'm sure many of you also associate the color white with spacesuits, right? Or are you among those who relate the color orange with spacesuits? Or perhaps you belong to an altogether different category of people who, when they think about spacesuits, can't help but wonder why white and orange spacesuits are the only choices to cover people launching off on space voyages. If you belong to that third category of people, then you're about to find out the real reason behind the color choices of white and orange. Neil Armstrong, Ed White, and all American astronauts currently aboard the ISS space station have one thing in common. Their spacesuits are white. It's not just Americans. Even the space agencies of other countries, like Russia and China, follow the same practice. All spacesuits are white, with a few embellishments, but absolutely no other colors. But why white? In fact, NASA's spacesuits didn't always have this color. In the Mercury project, the first manned space mission, astronaut suits were silver. However, later on, for a vital reason, the color white was adopted. White is the most efficient color for reflecting space radiation. On Earth, we have the atmosphere acting as a protective shield, capable of blocking up to 77% of the radiation from the sun. However, when venturing beyond the atmosphere, this shielding layer ceases to exist, which means astronauts have to directly face various issues such as sunburn, heat rash, and even cancer at the cellular level. To address this problem, astronaut spacesuits are designed in white to reflect the radiation from the sun. According to Kathleen Lewis, an expert from the National Air and Space Museum, USA, white is the perfect color for ensuring the safety of astronauts in space. This is similar to when you paint a room white. It will be cooler compared to painting it with dark colors, since bright colors absorb less heat. The space gear of the astronauts doesn't only consist of white suits. When returning from space, they have to transition to similar suits, but in a bright orange color. Of course, NASA didn't choose this color simply for its cool appearance. There's more to the story. The reason for this is that the color will stand out against the backdrop of the blue ocean and sky, making it highly suitable for attracting attention. In the event of a landing malfunction that requires the astronauts to abandon the spacecraft, they will be more easily located and rescued. However, over time, things have changed. Science has now developed many alternative solutions for determining the location of stranded astronauts, such as GPS. As a result, NASA and other space agencies have the freedom to be creative with the colors of the astronaut suits for the return journey. Furthermore, some opinions suggest that the current suits will require significant improvements to meet the demands of upcoming missions to Mars. A journey lasting at least 3 years means that the colors of the astronaut suits may provide some assistance. So, are you curious about the cost of NASA spacesuits? Spacesuits are not commercially available products, so they cannot be priced conventionally. Their value is determined by the research and testing stages required to create a standardized version before additional copies can be produced. Typically, the research and design of new spacesuit prototypes at NASA can cost hundreds of millions of dollars. For example, on June 11, 2008, NASA signed a $758 million contract with Oceaneering International for the design of a spacesuit. This cost covers the development of prototypes. As for mass-produced versions, copies of the original prototype, their prices are also substantial. For instance, the first NASA spacesuit, Navy Mark IV, used in the Mercury project, cost around $2 million at that time. In contrast, the current commonly used spacesuit model, Extravehicular Mobility Unit, is priced at approximately $12 million per suit. While the cost of these remarkable spacesuits may seem astronomical, it is a testament to the extensive research and rigorous testing required to create these exceptional garments. As technology advances and alternative methods for locating astronauts emerge, space agencies like NASA have the opportunity to explore new colors for the return journey. Perhaps we'll witness a spectrum of hues adorning the astronauts of future missions, enhancing both functionality and style. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more fascinating insights into life on the International Space Station and beyond, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified whenever we release new content, ensuring you don't miss out on the latest discoveries and adventures.